So if I am looking to outsource my lead generation and maybe I'm looking for a freelancer, I don't have enough time, I'm on the roof fixing somebody's roof or I'm installing somebody's solar panels, what are some things that I should be looking at as a company?
Yeah, so freelance lead generation is huge. In my opinion, I feel that's what you should be doing. Like digital marketing or generating leads is its own trade within itself. So if you are a roofer, do what you do best, which is roofing. Try and then team up with a freelance lead generation company that can generate you the right type of roofing leads. If that's what you do, if you're an electrician, go and do the electrics. But then get a freelance lead generation company to generate you the right type of leads to win more work and go out and do your job. You realistically should be using this lead generation freelance lead generation company that's able to generate the leads. You do the sales, do the quotes, win the work, go and do the job, make a profit, and then hopefully you're getting a return on investment on that.
Yeah. So if I am looking for a freelancer or a business to just outsource my lead generation work, what are some things that I should be looking at? Is it some case studies? Is it video testimonials? Is it videos like this where they're explaining themselves? What's some things that you would be looking at?
Yeah, so obviously, I'm the founder at FatRank, and we are a freelance lead generation company. So something that I'm continuously striving to make certain the team do is showing case studies. So if someone's a roofer in London, show other roofing kind of lead generation case studies of what we've done for maybe a roofer in Manchester or a roofer in Essex or a roofer in Bristol. So if you are an electrician, again, trying to show case studies for the electricians lead generation. As a freelance lead generation company, we've got to prove that we are the best there is in the UK for the industry that that company's in. So I'd say case studies, testimonials, and then just not just walking the like not just talking about it, but walking the walk and showing them what you can do. Maybe giving them 10 free leads or even a month's worth of free leads, and showing that there is some sort of guarantee on the return on investment. It's very important for like tracking the KPIs. I mean, if you was Kazra, if you was a solar panel company and I'm a freelance lead generation company, what KPIs would you be looking for?
So a lot of companies would just care about cost per lead, but that's absolutely incorrect. What you should be looking at is obviously cost per lead does slightly play a little bit of a factor, but it shouldn't be your beyond and end all KPI. I would be looking at like how quality are the leads first of all. Like, is it every single lead I'm picking up and it's just dummy inquiries, maybe like Mickey Mouse and stuff like that. So that's one thing that I would be looking at. I would then be looking at how many out of 10 calls, like what you mentioned before, out of the 10 calls, how many of those are actually interested in what I'm doing. So how many of them am I able to end up converting? So that way I can then work it back on itself. So instead of looking at cost per lead, I'm actually looking at cost per sale. So how much does it cost me to actually acquire a sale for my business? So that's a metric that I would be looking at. And then if I'm a bigger company, which is quite a lot of the companies that we work with are quite big now, they might be spending on Facebook ads, they might be spending on PPC, they might be spending on SEO. I would also like to try and track each individual channel as well. So, okay, if I'm spending £5,000 a month on PPC, how many of those, just those PPC leads, am I actually able to convert into actual sales? If I'm spending, let's say, 10 grand a month on SEO, how many of those leads am I ending up converting into actual paying customers? And then same goes with YouTube, whatever other channels that you're actually spending. It might be even billboard ads for some of you guys watching. So I would start to track it as much as I possibly can as well, because not only that, and this isn't one thing that we've mentioned in this video, but it's really worth noting down. You might end up having 2 or 3 different agencies that you're actually working with. So you might have an agency specifically for your website, an agency specifically for your SEO, an agency specifically for your lead generation. So you want to be able to track each individual channel as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, for sure. If anyone's watching this video and you are a business owner and you might be looking for a freelance lead generation company, head on over to fatrank.com. But if you do, something that I would strongly recommend is look for diversification of leads and make certain you're tracking those KPIs. Make certain that you can compare FatRank as a freelance lead generation company to what you're spending on search engine optimization, what you're spending on Facebook ads or Instagram ads, and what you might be spending on PPC. You might be spending some money on Checker Trade or Yell or Bark or Trust a Trader. Go and make certain you're tracking those KPIs, and I can pretty much guarantee you there's a freelance lead generation company at fatrank.com. We will be getting you the highest return on investment. And if we don't, switch us off. That's the simple kind of way of looking into it. Like, as a freelance lead generation company, we do everything we can to make certain we're delivering you real-time exclusive leads that come through on a consistent basis that hopefully generate you more orders and more business.